Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Jalen Hurts, rough one. We're diving into it. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. So before we dive into the video, quick reminder, Quarterback School Patreon community. This is the group that is the foundation, the bedrock of the channel. Not only is it a great, cheap way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content. So with the Patreon community, I'm really trying to create the environment of what it's like in an NFL quarterback room. All sorts of nuance, detailed depth about not only the quarterback position and film, but high-level offensive and defensive football. If you are interested, hop over, join, become a member, support the channel. I appreciate it. As for this video, let's get into it. Jalen Hurts, the Eagles, rough one versus the Cowboys. First one here, we're going to take a little vertical go shot down here to the bottom. I don't think it's ever a bad idea to throw this guy the ball down the field. They obviously have a special relationship, connection. I will say, just philosophically for me, you'll hear me say this quite a bit if you're a fan of the channel, but when we take these go shots, so this is a premium matchup. That guy versus anybody. Press coverage, I don't care what this guy was a few years ago, had a nice game, great. Let's take our opportunity down the field. My thing about it here is, at a minimum, I prefer we got to give this guy a chance. Absolutely no foul balls, meaning things that are like never in history balls, out of bounds, or things that are just don't give our guy a chance. So rather have it underthrown and give him a contested catch opportunity than an overthrow. And then again, the thing that always stings, right, is you say, okay, it's 1st and 10. Pretend like we didn't throw this. So for whatever reason, we don't like that. You come out, easy completion right underneath it. So it's about being smart. I don't think this is a bad decision at all. I think some of these deep balls in this game came out a little flat for me. Now, this isn't the easiest throw in the world to the wide side versus good tight covers. They're hand fighting down the way. But for me, I just want to make sure that we're giving our guy a shot to catch this ball. So again, the ball comes out a little flat for me, not as bad as some of the other throws, and then just that close. It can be just that close. And yes, I know he's grabbing the left hand there. But again, I prefer an underthrown ball versus a just over the fingertips throw. Got to give us a chance on first down. Next one here, really nice completion. Get the tight end going. He's going to be the number 2 up top, like the fast motion. We'll talk about what this concept is, how they play it. It's essentially a little basic in by the number 2 and a short in by the number 1. The opposite side is going to be all go. I think they call it pirate. To me, this is an open closed read, meaning the shell of the defense. When it's open, we're going to work the in with the short in up top. So for me here, up and in. Short in. And really you're kind of working that flat defender right here. If he gets depth, you just raise up, put it on the short in. If he pushes and gets width, boom, right there. Now the thing to make this thing even cleaner for the quarterback is when we have this short in and deep in, we're going to go open closed. So what does that mean? That means verse open shell, we want to be over here. Verse close, we want to be on what I'm going to call all go. And that's seam and best release go. And really, even in close, you can work back across. The thing to make this thing even easier for the quarterback here is we're going to fast motion this thing, or tear. So we're going this way with the motion. Watch what that does to the second level of the defense. We got the second level of the defense. Watch these linebacker types, what I'm used to call push. Okay, so they push over here, push over here. Guess what that creates? A big window right there for your first read. You're welcome. Excellent design, awesome architecture. Well done executing this thing. Watch the motion. Now look at the shell. It's open. We're going to work up top. Boom, flat defender. So a lot of moving parts. The linebacker on the star moves. Now we're reading the flat defender up top. He gets width, in. Well done. Nice base from Jalen, playing the correct side the whole time. Ball gets up and down. Get our tight end to touch early. Good things going on. Really like this kind of drop back game. Gives you a lot of different options, utilizing motion, space, stretching the field. Love it. Next one here, 3rd and 16. Love me some quads. We're going to chip 11, get dagger down here to the bottom. Jalen's got to buy some time, go to his left, throw this thing back across his body and the field, deep down the field. This is an awesome conversion. Third and forever sucks. So right here, Hurts has got to buy a little time, feels that thing open up, stays on the move to his left, but it's not looking to run, right? He's got his eyes downfield, delivering a strike. So first off, love me some quads, right? So all that means is we've got 4 eligibles down here, 1 up top. Okay, the routes look like what I would classify as like a circus or a deep out. And we're going to get that clear with the dagger element of it right here. And then from the bunch, whether this is an option or a choice, it really doesn't matter. He's going to kind of come up here and try to hold that curl defender. So when they go to Tampa, so split field safety, the middle linebacker type right here. So here are the second level 3 players. The middle of those 3 is going to run with the vertical of number 3 to the middle. It's going to create a big void right here, especially when the curl defender right here is pressing the bunch, right? So look where he is at the start. He's pressing the bunch. It's going to be real hard for him to get enough depth to take away this deep dagger, right? But the thing about this play here is that Jalen's got to buy some time. So we hit the back of the drop. We drift to the left. Again, when we drift, we're not taking off and running. Okay? We're not doing that. We're moving, but our eyes are still downfield. We're able to throw this thing back across. Protection-wise, worth paying attention to. Right here, chip the game wrecker. Okay? Absolutely great job putting all these things together. This is an outstanding third down rep. Beautiful job. Protection, pocket movement, routes downfield, easy read, not an easy throw, very difficult, going to your left, throwing to your right, on the move, but outstanding vision. Just high-level quarterback play. 2 hands on the ball, we're moving, eyes downfield, ripping that thing back across the field. It's an awesome throw. Next one here, 1st and 20. This is a tough one. We end up putting the ball on the ground, 1st of 3 for the offense. But right here, this is on Jalen. So this is bash to the bottom, Q dart up top. So we'll talk through exactly what this run play is. This is essentially, one of those things when you're running the ball and you're the ball carrier, you just got to do everything you possibly can to protect the ball, Captain. Okay, thanks a lot for that. What this play is we're reading Parsons on the right, number 11. We're going to arc and go bash to the right. We are then running dart. A dart to me is tackle wrap, man to the front side. So you got to be a big boy at left tackle to be able to hold up one-on-one. You also got to have tackles that can move to be able to pull, make this thing work. But the reason this is on the video is for the ball handling. And it's just one of those things where you turn the ball over 3 times, it's going to be tough to win. So concept-wise, what do we got? Here's our conflict defender, key defender. Here's the bash. And that's back away. You're welcome. Arc out here. Okay, we're pulling the backside tackle right here. Okay, so we got big boy blocks on the front side. Man, that tackle is pulling to the play side inside linebacker. Then we're getting a big combo from the guard, backside, and center. So right there. That's it. Bash, dart, and then the quarterback 2 shuffle and get behind that tackle. So it's well executed. Everything except holding on to the ball. Again, I love quarterback run game. This is part of football at every level nowadays. If you're not doing it, you're doing yourself a disservice. Just like any other ball carrier, though, you got to hold on to the rock. So again, we're reading the right defensive end here in the D gap outside 89. Love the little motion. We're moving, read it, easy read, right? I mean, that's an easy keep read. We're going to follow the tackle. If anything, I would say Kelsey is probably in the wrong here. Okay, again, I know be careful here. Talking about dudes walking on water. Hey, to me, this should be the block. We should be manned up right here. Manned up right here. There's the dart, the tackle wrap. Okay, here comes the bash. This is our conflict defender right here. So to me here, not really blocking it correctly. Now you get a little lucky here when the tackle decides to run himself out of the hole. But this is one of those things where everything is locked in. We just got to hold on to the ball. I like this call. I love this run game. And again, you be the judge here. Does it look like the left guard and center are locked in? Tough. Regardless. Really nice run. Just hold on to the damn ball. Next one here is a rough one. 3rd and 2. We're going to go zone read. Post this shift. Go from quads to 3-by-1. We're going zone read down here to the bottom. Dive, no. Quarterback, no. Pitch, no. Trying to get it to the corner. I think this is a pretty nice throw. You know, this is one of those things where this is going to be a very difficult catch, no doubt about it. Acknowledge that. But I personally would love Smith to get a better rub on one, and then you got to catch this ball. I mean, this is a hell of a throw. We're going to our left. We got an unblocked defensive end right in our lap. Look at this ball location. I mean, again, it's probably a nice play by the safety, and we'll talk about how he gets there. But we got to catch that ball. 3rd and 2. So what is this play? So to me, this is just spread triple. And what I mean by spread triple is we're going to have zone read. So we are reading this player right here. He's our key defender. We've got the inside dive part of this, or inside zone part for the back. We've got the quarterback run game option as the number 2. And then we've got the pitch, who is coming across here and is into the flat. Now, it's not just that. Okay, so just that is a play. The next part of this is what's going on down here where we end up throwing the ball. So the first part of this route is he comes in, and I would love for him to get more of a rub or pick. Make life really difficult for this player. This is too easy for this guy to just come down here and match the pitch. So first off, we don't get a pick or a rub. And then for me, this is too banana-y. And again, I don't know what their landmarks are. You know, is he trying to get to 20? Is he trying to get to 15? Is he trying to come out at 12? You know, what is his landmark? I would just like whatever this is to be more sudden and create more separation at the top versus, again, what I'm used to calling this kind of like banana wrap. And because it gets more vertical, it allows the safety to then come over and make the play on the ball. Okay, so I like the call. I love the idea of having multiple options. I think this is a pretty damn nice throw from Jalen Hurts. But first here, let's just watch the rub at the bottom from Smith. So see how it just doesn't look like there's any sort of violence to it or suddenness. It looks kind of like a la la la. I'm trying to get I'm trying to get open. Now I run. Like, dog, we don't want to throw you the ball on this. We don't. First of all, we'd want to run it, I would imagine, 3rd and 2. Or then we want the ball to get to the pitch. Give us a pick or a rub. Get in that guy's way. Make him bubble over you, not under you. Under you is too easy. So dive, quarterback, no. Pitch, no. Contested corner on 3rd and 2. They make a nice play. So again, I don't think there's anything wrong with the call, the read, everything, except I just would prefer the wide receiver to give us a little bit better pick. So watch first here before we get into the play. This is the guy who's got the tight end. So this is the pitch coming across. Here's the flat. We've got to make this guy, you go where he's going to be, not where he is. So to me here, Smith comes and tries to pick him where he is. Well, guess what? He's not there. It's 3rd and 2. You got to get down in here and go to where he's going to be to get that pick or rub. Make him go around you, and now you've got the flat. So he makes it too easy, and then he bananas out of it. Okay, so that's the first part. Let's watch that up top with 1. Down. He just matches right to it. I mean, that's way too easy. That looks like a walkthrough pick. Okay, now let's actually play it out like we're Jalen Hurts. So here's a conflict defender. The easy thing to understand on these split flow zone reads like this is it's a real easy read, because if the defender goes over the top, you hand it off. So that's an easy, you get it. If the defender goes underneath, then that's a pull. And that means it's on. We're going to try to run, or we're going to try to get it to the pitch in the flat, or right here to the corner. So watch the read here from the defensive end. Easy, right? He goes under, pull. There it is. And again, they just do a nice job playing defense. The Fighting Owls gotcha. Next one here, we're going to rip what I'm going to call a hook up top to the number 1. Okay, I really like this throw from Jalen Hurts. We're playing with anticipation, great base, great rhythm. Now, again, people are going to get all sensitive about what I'm going to say about the wide receiver. And this isn't wide receiver school. I know it isn't wide receiver school, but the details and nuance of what we do at the top kind of makes this thing not be as good as it could, in my opinion. So first off, Jalen Hurts, great base, great rhythm, plays with some anticipation. Love it. The top of this route for me, when we get to the top, most times in the league, if this is a hook route, you do not, and I can't think of a time where you'd want to, you do not want to run and turn your head back at all before you get to the top. That's the first part. It's like putting your turn signal on. Okay, we're not doing that. You want to run, sell the vertical. When you hit the top, you want to come straight back to the quarterback. Okay, this is not like, your elementary school recess where you're coming out here running button hooks or fish curls. Because to me, this is a perfect throw. Boom, dot right there. But when you hook this thing at the top, now the throw, which is perfect right there, now you've got to come and make like a little adjustment to it. Well, dude, we're playing with anticipation. The ball's coming out on time. The top of this route is just not good enough. And again, it's a completion. Okay, this is the kind of detail and nuance that happens at this level. Watch the top of the route. See him turn early, and so he's at the bottom of the numbers, right? He's running at the bottom of the numbers. Turn early, so his head is turned around right there. Turn signal down. 3 more steps, and see now he's at the top of the numbers. So the numbers are 2 yards wide, y'all. That's 6 feet. Now the throw looks like it's off. Why is the throw to the left? The throw's not to the left. If you come right back to it, so this is the difference. If you hit this, boom, perfectly, and come right back to it, you keep the separation from the corner, as opposed to when you banana this thing at the top, and the throw now brings you back this way, now the corner is right on you because of the wasted movement, and we get to catch and tackle. So instead of keeping the separation, boom, now he's away from you. You can now catch it and put a move on and go. Again, static routes, detail, nuance at the top of these things. You're looking for more polish. And again, I get it. It's a completion. And you're talking a lot for a, whatever 10-ish yard completion. It could have been more. It was still really nice from Jalen Hurts. The polish at the top of these things doesn't look like it could. Really nice job from Jalen Hurts, though. Nice anticipation, nice accurate throw. Next one here, 3rd and 5. Okay, this is a tough one. It looks like inside fade up top, and it looks like Jalen Hurts is trying to throw almost like a back shoulder on inside fade. So they're not quite on the same page. And again, when you see dudes that aren't on the same page and they have a good relationship, to me, that's kind of an alarming thing. Like they're not, like one's not trying to do the other dirty. They're trying to make this thing work. Okay, inside fade for me. Now, the thing about this, first of all, just like philosophically, I don't love inside fade back shoulders, and I'll talk about why. But if the corner is over the top here and you decide to go inside fade, I just feel like this ball should be a little bit more like a line drive. Like normally you would throw this thing more on, it's not like a single up the middle, but it's like a well hit gapper. Like that thing is getting up and down. Now, the thing that stinks here for me is when you go to throw inside fade, the reason I don't like inside fade back shoulder is because normally on back shoulder, you have the sideline as kind of a barrier so you know where to throw it. The window is tighter and you can put it right where you want. On inside fade, where you don't have the sideline near as close when you go to make this throw, I feel like the window over here is way bigger. So it's a harder to be on the same page to know exactly where you want to throw these balls. So that's my thing about inside fade back shoulder. The other thing about this is inside fade back shoulder, it's just probably not why you're calling this play. Now, maybe it is for them and they love it and they work it every day and I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but I just can't imagine that's the case. So if you don't get the premium look, just come off of it. Again, last time we showed it with the slot out being there. This time it's third medium. Just raise up and put it here. So, it's a combination of decision-making, type of throw, being on the wrong page, just way too many variables going sideways to be successful offensively. So again, you can see when he goes to throw this, see how he's not on the sideline? Like this is a difficult throw. I don't know where you're trying to tell the quarterback to throw a back shoulder here when he's this far off like this. Like, yeah, I think the coaching point is always just throw it, right behind his ear, right up on the top shelf, and he'll turn and go get it. But again, you can see the space here, right? Like this is harder than if you're running down the sideline and you know exactly where that back shoulder is going to be. And again, It's a fine line between, making a really difficult throw and making an easier throw. Third down, medium. It's all of those things. Okay. Game manager. Okay. It's only they know what they're trying to do. Only they know if they're on the same page where they're doing. I'm just saying that looks hard. It doesn't have to be that hard right here, I don't think. Tough one. And right on cue, the next one, back shoulder, up top. Now we're the number one. Now we've got a tightish split, but we still have the boundary here. You can see how the boundary kind of operates as a landmark for the quarterback and the wide receiver to be on the same page where to throw this. Now, I don't think this is the perfect throw by any means, but it's certainly good enough, and it certainly gives us an opportunity to make this play. So again, I'll pause it right when he lets it go. You can see how the sideline, as you can get the sideline there, is much more in play. So again, just kind of the feel for these back shoulder throws. It might be counterintuitive. You might say, man, why wouldn't you want more space? It's because more space makes it, you don't know where to throw it. So when you've got this tighter window with the sideline, as opposed to where we were earlier with that inside fade in here, you just don't know where to put it. So right here, I feel like they've got a better sense of where this ball is going to be. They're on the same page. We hook it up. So they can certainly do it. Again, it's probably not the highest percentage possibility that you're going to hit those consistently, but this is a nice job. This is an easier, better look. Again, tighter look. He's not way over the top. Gives his guy a chance. Nice job. Contested catch. Hell yes. Next one here, 3rd and 18. Okay, this is a disaster down in distance. We're going to be hot down here to the bottom. We're going to try to get it out to that short end. Ball's going to get tipped. Okay, so it's not a sack. It's not terrible. It's not a huge blindside hit. It's just the same problem that I have seemingly felt like I've talked about since I can remember watching Hurts and the Eagles. But the hot throw here is away from the free runner. Okay, I'm not going to spend forever talking about this because obviously they just do it different and or don't care. Okay, here's 4 defensive linemen. Then you've got these 2 linebacker types. Okay, we have 5 people in the pass protection unit. Okay. Historically, how I would say it's most universally done in the league is wherever the first read is. So verse 0, right? Birds on a fence. A great course. It goes into significant depth about this. Wherever he wants to go with the ball first. Okay, we don't care what the read is. This side, doesn't matter. I think most quarterbacks would want the opposite backer blocked. Okay, so if you're going up here, which he is, I would want this guy blocked. So when they both blitz here, the free runner is to your face. Okay, which basically means that if they squeeze this thing, it would be the free runner right here in your face, so that you know how much time you have to get it out and you're not going to get blasted in the back. So, boom, and you can navigate the throw. That's what I would want, and I think most systems would want. Here, they have the free runner being down here. So they're going to this linebacker. They end up getting both these guys to blitz. They do a nice job squeezing it. You want the widest guy to be the free runner. But again, Jalen is looking over here. So he's going to get hit in the back. Now, it's not a sack, but it just isn't, in my opinion, sound football. So either, and this is essentially my conclusion when it comes to this, this guy, rightfully so, makes a lot of calls for them, if not every single call. I would love to see this guy overrule him occasionally because he knows where the reads are, and to be able to change this, to say, no, we're over here. You guys go over here with these 4, and I'll take the front side. Or the other option is you just roll with it. So if the center comes out and identifies this guy as the guy we're going to, just raise up and throw this. This is a good hot route. We can throw this. It's not the end of the world. So again, it's the same, okay, earmuffs me here. It's the same fucking problem constantly with this offense. It rears its head against better opponents. It just is one of those things where it has to be just not a priority for them, because you can't turn on the film like this and think that this is how you want to play this play. It just, and again, I get it. The ball gets tipped, whatever. But it's not sound football. You don't want your quarterback getting hit in the back ever. Next one here. It's a bummer because I think this is a really nice throw down here to the bottom. We're going to throw like a circus or a deep out to Brown. Now, it's not a completion, but I think it's a good enough throw that it certainly could have been. I think this is a result of a few things here. Yeah, he has to feel like he's got to bail or move in the pocket. So first, watch Jalen's pocket movement. Okay, the part I would say is more concerning to me is he doesn't really give it a chance. And what I mean by that is this isn't footwork that we see him do any other time. So he almost goes 3 and then like pedal and then like he's late. So to me here, this what I'm going to call circus, where you burst in, up, burst, free access, and run like a 15-yard out. You can either play this from the quarterback position, 3 hitch, 5 tight hitch. I mean, there's lots of different ways to do it. But what you don't want to do is get into the like drift mode, because this drift mode goes into more what I call like recess vibes or air raidy vibes. Okay, no cert. You can't play with any sort of anticipation here. So the throw, the actual arm talent throw, is good enough. But because the timing is non-existent, okay, strike through, boop, no A, the ball's out of bounds. Okay, does that make sense? So if he were to just take his normal drop and let it rip with anticipation, with this throw, it's a completion. But because we get a little, what I would say is sloppy with the footwork on the back end, now he goes to throw it, and look, Brown's already out of it, down here to the bottom, right? And the ball, guess what it takes us? Out of bounds. If he makes that throw with just 3 and a hitch, so 1, 2, 3, hitch, throw, the ball's on him, as opposed to what I would say being late, being recessy, now the ball's out of bounds. Tough. And again, just watching the footwork, it's never going to be perfect all game. But one of the things that I always thought was useful to say is, you know, if you play football and you don't play quarterback, you realize that you have a lot of people impacting what you do. So if you play wide receiver, you know, the corner can come up and jack you at the line of scrimmage. You play offensive line, someone's right in your face. You play running back, you got to block somebody. You got to deal with somebody. The quarterback never has to deal with someone, right? Their drop is perfect all the time. Now, sometimes, you know, if you get like a crazy A-gap pressure, but you should be able to take your drop all the time. Now, you might not be able to hold on to it forever, but very rarely, if ever, versus anything but like pure punt rush 0, where you have to like bail away from a free runner, can you not just take your drop, hitch, and throw it? And so for me here, this is drop, recessy, late. And again, it's just so many contributing factors making this offense not function at its best self. So again, I personally think he could just take his normal drop and throw it. And again, it's a really nice throw. I would love to see him catch it inbounds. It looks like his right foot is on the line. But it's so close because we went, you know, recess footwork. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. I appreciate you subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me, so thank you for taking the time and doing it. Again, the Quarterback School Patreon community, you know about it. Join, become a member, get even more Quarterback School content. We also have Quarterback School courses. Now, these courses are the premium content available through the channel. These are deep dives on my favorite football subjects. We have a course on RPOs, tempos, pass protection. How to beat every coverage is the best-selling course. We even have an entire offensive system available for you, so hop over there and enroll. The link is in the video description. We also have a bunch of free resources available. Also, check those out in the video description. Finally, make sure to follow me across social media platforms. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get back to it. All right, second half here. This next one is a bummer on multiple levels. So first off, the ball, a little bit behind us, fumble, disaster. Okay, second fumble of the game. Get all that. Got to protect the ball. Thanks, captain. Okay, not going to spend a lot of time on that. What we are going to spend a lot of time on here is the pass protection, because we get a squeeze that we don't need. So again, I know this unit up front has been really good for a really long time. Okay, that's the first part of it. This is the same play. I think I showed like the second clip of this video. Used to call him, I think they call Pirate. short in with all go down here to the bottom. Okay, so that's the concept with this fast 3 motion, the exact same way they read it. Remember last time we talked about them bumping over or pushing over. This time we catch middle field closed. So the first part here is if you play this thing closed and you have enough time, that's a massive seam for a big hit. Okay, that's the first part. The next part here is when we push over with this fast motion. Okay, everybody loves motion nowadays, but it does screw with your pass protection and your run identification. So we move here. The point should be right here, right? So the offensive line is going to take these 4 and this backer. So when the backer blitzes right here, it should just be the center and the left guard working for these 2, and then the left tackle does not need to squeeze. He's just got the defensive end. So if we don't have a free runner, so at the end of the day, all me talking says we shouldn't have this free runner. This free runner impacts the throw. So short in, the throw is not good enough. It's behind him. Because the ball's behind him, we can't tuck the ball away like we should, ball on the ground. So all this shit ties together is what I'm trying to say. We miss the block. We don't get the communication correct up front, which makes the throw behind us, and the ball is now on the ground and it's their ball. If we block this correct, okay, so everybody's blocked up, we got these guys, it's middle field closed, we come up, we hit this seam for a massive play. That's the difference, man. And this is just one play kind of showing the extreme of it. But first here, watch the seam down here to the bottom. Okay, read that thing out. You can see the seam eventually come open with how the safety's playing up top. Now, the safety might be playing like that because he sees the ball thrown, but I don't think so. He's already turning. Okay, so eventually that seam's going to be there if you have time. Now, pass protection-wise, the left tackle just loses his mind. We don't need a squeeze. And again, Jalen overcomes it, but A.J. Brown can't. Okay, the throw is not perfect. It's not good enough, but we got to be able to hold on to the ball. So again, the center is going to the left. Not sure why 69 is squeezing. Okay, 69 is going down, 68 is going down. It looks to me like a miscommunication. Okay, if I had to bet, okay, and this is just me, for my money, I would bet a lot of money that this guy went right here with the identification, meaning that it would be these 5 right here. So now, if you're playing left tackle and this guy hits the B gap, now you do have to squeeze. And we want the free runner being the widest guy, right? Talk about that all the time. But again, everybody loves motion. So now we're doing this fast 3 motion. This backer goes. Now, do they have an auto check? Do they have an auto, redeclaration? They should. I don't know if they do, because it looks like Kelsey is going to the left, but these 2 players are squeezing. So, everybody loves motion until it starts jacking with your pass protection. And this is just not good enough. Okay, Jalen overcomes the free runner, but the throw is where? Boom, back hip behind him. Nice catch, but we can't tuck it away like we want to, and the ball gets ripped out by a really good player. God damn. Next one, now the wheels are really starting to come off. 3rd and 6. We are going to get man free, and Jalen essentially, I would call this panics in the pocket. Now, I would also say that the pass protection is nowhere near good enough. Okay, but you also got to hang in there. I would also say that the routes are not good enough. So first off, short in, 3rd and medium, 3rd and 6, it's there. Probably 3-step drop, put it on him. 3 no hitch, put it on him. Okay, so the first part is that the pass protection, specifically from the back, is just way too soft. You got to get up there. You got to blunt, put your helmet in the guy's chest, and allow the quarterback to have some way to operate and throw this ball. Now, he's got to trust that you can do that too. Furthermore, this slot route right here, which is the inside fade we've already talked about, same combo, you can't go out here and do like homemade stems when you're not going to get the ball. So to me here, this is like he comes up, he like okie dokes and goes. Okay, well that just muddies the picture for everyone. You gotta flush this out and let the next guy sit down. You can't be lollygagging through the area where we're trying to get the ball. And I don't care who it is. Again, this to me is just detail accountability. You got to go, homie. We got to have better pass protection. We got to have better trust from the quarterback. We got to make this throw, but it's all of these things together. This is every kind of major play in this game. We're having like multiple issues. So again, we're bailing playing quarterback, no doubt. We're doing whatever that route is. You're never going to get the ball, the number 2 up top, the slot. Never going to get the ball like that. Got to get it out. Damn. That's just too big of a miss for that situation. Not even close. And again, I feel like I talk a lot about running back protection, but it is really important, specifically on third down. It looks like he's confused. That's the truth of it for me, because it looks like he's looking over here, and then he's late over here, and that causes us to feel color and panic. So again, if the line is going to these 3, so those 3 right there, these 3, the back's dual is 1 to 2, whoever's off the edge, to 2, scanned. So you've got to get up here and you've got to blunt this cat. Like, it has to be solid. You got to feel protected. You're protecting the franchise. You can't be look to the right, oh shit, left to the left. Like this, just watch his head. He's looking to the right. He doesn't know what he's doing. You can't be back there. That's the most important protector in the whole thing on third down. Just nowhere near good enough. Next one here, 1st and 10, little slant down here to the bottom. Thought this was really nice from Jalen Hurts. Be able to overcome 11 right in your lap, play with a little bit of anticipation. Yes, it's just a slant, but still, it's a nice conversion. Right guard, L, whoop. Really nice job being able to kind of sit there, trust it, sink on that back foot. Talk a lot about slant. Know a great free course listed in the video description that talks about slants versus press. So tight press coverage here. Quarterback-wise, you really want to sink on that back foot. You don't want a lot of wasted movement. You got to trust this guy that he's going to win. So let him work, throw it on timing. And again, a little bit of anticipation here as the flat defender kind of goes out here and you throw this thing just a tick early with this guy, one of the best players in the league, okay, going crazy on your right guard right in your lap. So lots of good stuff here. I will pause it right as he throws it so you can see just a little bit of anticipation. Boom. He separates right there. You can see Brown's not quite out of that yet. Not past the flat defender. Trust him. Got the color right in your lap. Great base. Great torque. Excellent toughness to hang in the pocket as well. And again, sure, you would love, to have a little bit better help there. But man, you got to hold up eventually. Quick game, get it out. Nice job from Hurts. Next one here, 2nd and 11. It looks like he's working Smith down here to the slot on what I'm going to call the choice. To a little hinge. No, got to go. Create out of pocket. And again, to me, it looks like it hits him in the hands. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to be an easy catch because I don't think it is an easy catch. Could have easily been a hold as well. But that's a pretty nice throw. I mean, right? That's a pretty nice throw. Hits him in both hands. I would love to see him lay out a little bit better timing and make that play. And again, I'm not saying it's easy, but a few things here. What I call in here this choice route, usually you can go out, in, sit down, and some teams allow you to go to the post. It looks like he goes to the post here. Out here, what I'm call a hinge. You almost guarantee you read this 1 to 2. Now, I really think you could probably throw either of these. Now, I don't think they're great winners at the top. You'd love to see better separation at the top. But both of those are open, in my opinion. All right, you don't like it? Got to go. Love Jalen Hurts outside the pocket, extending plays, creating. Right there, that's a win for me. Now, again, the right tackle's in your lap. Win on Smith. No. Down here to the bottom. You got to win at the top. The wide receiver down here to the bottom. Watch his hands, man. He puts his landing gear down. They're all over that. That corner's coming out of that thing before the wide receiver. Okay, got to go. So close to being a massive play. Again, the whole Cowboy sideline wanted a holding. Certainly could have easily been a hold there, I think, on the right tackle. Right there when the hands go up. But regardless, that is so close. And there were just a few of these plays where you're like, oh my goodness, give us just a little bit of something down the field. Next one here, 4th and 9. Another tough one here for Hurts for me. Technically, he's not hot, but you can certainly see he's not comfortable in the pocket right here either. So because he's kind of bailing away, this thing dies on him. He ends up throwing kind of a Tebow sinker to Smith. I think a better throw here. You've got an opportunity for a first because the throw is low. It's going to slow him down. Gilmore makes a nice tackle. So at the snap here, I'm thinking this looks like 0. Like that's birds on a fence to me. Now they really don't have 7 people. If we have 6 people in the pass protection unit, so the back and the 5 offensive linemen, they really only have 6 threats here. So we're not going to be hot. So we can play this thing out. Now it doesn't mean that we're going to have all day to throw with 6 one-on-one blocks, but they're going to end up getting to man free. So somebody goes back to the middle. Here's that shallow coming across. So just look at it. If it was just going to draw the shallow and the free access off coverage. So I like my chances right there to get 9 yards. What I don't love quarterback wise here is we hit the back foot and we're going backwards. And then when we go to make this throw, which is probably the right throw, we don't have enough juice on it. It ends up being down at our ankles. We got to slow down and we're able to be tackled. Now, is the pass protection good enough? Again, hell no. Okay. The back and the right guard are, to me, not good enough. So, when you're having a third of your pass protection unit take what I would consider L's, it's going to be tough to play quarterback. It is. It's not an excuse to fade away. It's just the reality. Okay? Again, I would want the right guard, obviously, to get more than that. You got to hang in there and make that throw. Not easy. Nothing easy about it. Okay? Not saying it's easy. But I am saying I would expect the pass protection unit to be better. I would expect the back to blunt up the number 1. And you got to hang in there. Again, the right guard, that's just not good enough. Better throw there. Got a chance for a first down. At least make somebody miss. Damn. Last one here, the third fumble. Tough one because this is the same play that we just showed to Smith when he on the scramble, when he dropped the corner or just out of his reach. Right here, they worked a little choice again, this time to the slant. Just got to hold on to the ball. At this point, the game is essentially over regardless. Just another turnover, another example of being a little loose with it. And it's just really hard to win football games like that. But I think this is a pretty nice job from Hurts. Get the ball out. Ball's right on him. It's open. Now, is it a perfect throw? No. But it's certainly good enough to be able to hold on to the ball through the collision and the tackle. Again, this is the same play showed earlier where Smith didn't get it on the choice where he took it to the middle. So I'm calling this an option or a choice in, out, post. It was paired with that hinge. You remember the last time Hurts came out and he spun out, just barely missed it. This time it's wide open, right? Let me look at this window. You got outside leverage down here on the slot. So he's outside leverage. It's made to order, just up. Now maybe a little bit better of a ball from Hurts, but certainly not Jalen's finest day by any means. But still, this was a kind of collective kind of bummer offensively. Just not good enough performance at damn near every offensive unit. And just, one of those things when you play against a good team on the road, things can sure snowball really quickly. And again, protecting the ball, but it was more than just protecting the ball. It was protecting the quarterback. It was the run game. It was the detail on the perimeter. None of it was good enough. So that is a wrap. Jalen Hurts, the Eagles, certainly not playing their best football. Okay, the turnovers, obviously something that has to be addressed immediately. One of those things that's just almost impossible to overcome, especially on the road. And Jalen Hurts, it looked like a combination of things for me. I don't think he was as maybe sharp as he's been in other games. Maybe some of the deep balls come out a little bit flatter, a little bit wider misses all over the place. Certainly didn't look as settled in the pocket. Now, I personally think that comes from the entire pass protection unit. And I don't just mean the blocking. I don't just mean up front, the offensive line. I'm talking about the backs, the tight ends, the hot answers. My goodness, how many times do we have to watch the Eagles film and realize and ask questions about what are we doing in this hot option? This doesn't look sound. Why is our quarterback getting hit in the back? It continues to be a problem on the film. They obviously don't think it's a problem because it never gets resolved. And it's one of those things that we just have to be conscious of and pay attention to as these games get more and more important. Regardless, let me know what you think. Let me know who you want to see next. I appreciate your support. As for this video, it is a wrap. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.